Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art in the now afternoon, Wednesday. And I had request to play in the little magazine playground. We haven't played in this for a while. So, I guess we'll do that. It's a little light, but they'll see what happens when we get to something. So we have been I did mark a few of these where we played in it before and did a few little pages. And this is an awesome book to, and I just call it a playground. It can be your magazine. I mean, it can be your desk journal, whatever that you keep on your desk to scrape paint off, excess paint that you've, done another project. And so these are just magazines that are cut in half. And you can take it to Staples if you want, and or whatever your office place is that will cut a magazine in half for you. Dot, are you talking to me? I keep seeing caps. Either that or we're lagged or something. If y'all aren't talking to me, don't talk in caps, please, because it makes me focus on your conversation, and then I don't see what the conversation's about. Yeah. So I just don't know if you're talking to me or Jean. Okay, so anyway, let's keep flipping here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, like for instance here, I've already painted these pages out, and I'm going to use the botanical sketchbook that I got at Hobby Lobby for $6 on clearance a while back for some inspiration. So I just thought, find something kind of cool out of here, leaves, some flowers, some vegetables, something, and then just play in our playground. And so let me just flip to a couple other pages we have done. Here's one, and it's just magazines cut up and painted out. And it's like the big ones. We've done the large magazine journals for some years, and then this one is just one cut in half, and of course a whole bunch of of them glued together. And so it's just kind of cool to be able to paint or play or whatever in them, using I like to use the colors in the background for inspiration. Here I've used a couple of my hand carved stamps, a little post-it note kitty, just drew our own flowers here. And so it's just fun to play in here. Like here's some drips. Those drips could be turned into trees. So it's just whatever. Some branches. And I don't really consider anything finished at any point. Another one of my hand carved stamps. It's just a way to, you don't know what to do, you just want to get a little bit of play going, might inspire you to do your next project if you're not working in your idea collecting notebook. So yeah, play with words. If there's words on the magazine page, you can play with those. Use a little bit of whatever's there for inspiration. I just painted my own feathers and spine there. This is just a piece of a leftover stencil. And there's just so much room in it, There's just so much space. I might use some of these white pages to play with some of the botanicals, but you can paint it out. There's another one of those little post-it notes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Here's some lightning bolts. We did. Oh my goodness. So how many of y'all have worked in magazine journals or altering magazines or played in them? This is just one way. This is just the tiny way, the small one, the mini magazine. the mini magazine idea collecting prompt playground. And so, yeah, we got this one, but then we also have the big one. So, Mary Altier, she likes working in the big ones. So these are just the big ones that have magazines glued together that are full on, full magazines, right? And I think I got 3 or 4 going over there. So again, it's a great way to, I think, to practice color blending and picking colors. Like this has a lot of gray, purple, and a blue. So, and if I just use craft paint. I have a little bit left over, some coral and some blues left over from an earlier project. So let's just try to use those. And I need a gray. Let's see. And I'll get my, where's those pieces of paper I had? I had some parchment paper here to put in between because I don't have my wax paper right here. And you want to put something between them or you'll glue your pages together with paint. Well, what did I do? Ah, here they are. So let's I'll just tear this one in half. Kathy, you just got yours out to get back to arting. Yeah, it's just, isn't it fun? Just like, if you don't feel like, I don't know what to do, I don't feel like doing, whatever, you can pull this out and just throw some paint at it. And, Julie Topaz, yeah, Julie Topaz is doing it. Picola Art, I have the Mini Playground magazine and mapping idea collecting problem. I know, right? All right, so I could not find my red palette knife a little while ago, so I was using this other one that I really don't like, but it might be the only one I can find. My plastic, oh, there's this one. I have this one too. I need to buy some more of these plastic palette knives because I don't know, they all just kind of disappear. Okay, so I'm going to use up some of this leftover. I got a little bit there of that. I need a little white too. Leftover from the altered book project we did. I'm going to pick up a little white too. And I'm just going to scrape on some paint. It could almost use some magenta too, but let's use this up first. Here's some of the blue. Put a little more white with this. And then after you get some on, you can just take a baby wipe and blend and play with your colors while they're wet. You have one of those. Okay. You have one of what, May? Works wonders. I missed it. I missed it, May. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend this in and just kind of move it around a little. So this is an awesome way to use up leftover paint. Now, it's not going to go, you won't be able to, if you remember in my, when I glue things down with matte medium, in my art journal, in my collaging, and all that, I put matte medium down and then I can rub away the paint almost to the white. You can't do that now here if there's no matte medium on there. I don't have matte medium on as a under this paint, so I can't get it back. I can't get it 100% clean. But I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to blend in some color and get rid of some of the magazine imagery. I might keep this little lady here at the beach and the bird and maybe this arch here. And the rest of it I'm going to kind of blend out, paint out, scrape out, maybe put some flowers in there. Maybe some of these weeds, you know, the weeds that are at the beach. So I'm going to put some more paint here, and it almost looks like it's raining. See her there just kind of standing in the rain. See how it looks like it's raining on her? Maybe it shows up. Is it too flashed out, guys? Those all-in-one books, your idea of collecting. Oh, that's how you have them all in one. I gotcha, May. Gotcha. All in one. Yeah, you can do that. All right, now I'm going to go back. I almost need a little purple. I think I will get a little magenta. Let's see. Or some, what do you call this? Vivid violet. Yeah, kind of like a magenta color. So I'm going to put that out. Maybe put a little on with my fingers. See, I love getting my hands all in it. So this is just our after project from, we did 2 color book pages and an art journal page, and now we're here. This is where we ended up at the end of the play day on Wednesday in the play journal. So if you have any questions or anything, ask, or, you know, chat, or... Okay, so now I think I'm going to do some white. I think I might have some coming out here. Let's see, let's maybe have some coming across here. This one doesn't seem to have, we may not be using the, what do you call it on this one? The botanical on this page, we'll see. And then have some clouds. Doesn't have to be anything. You can use your imagination to imagine what this is. But even if you just scrape the paint on, you know? So I'm thinking I like this. Let me dry it. Then put those little grasses that are at the beach. You know, what are they? I mean, I don't know what they are. Just little, and they usually have some kind of like little seed pod thingy on them or something. Blowing in the wind. Something like that. You don't have a problem with picking colors out. You struggle with what to put next. My magazine is furniture. Can you help a Prisma out? What if in every chair, door, sofa, all your furniture, what if something is sitting on all that furniture? Animals, people, a flower pot. Something needs to sit in all that furniture. On every page, Prisma. Every page. Okay. It's paint, still wet paint right there. me dry. All right, let's get a Posco. Well, here's my Sharpie. You just... See, there you go. You got some stuff sitting on those chairs and sofas and all that furniture out of your furniture book. I'm not sure if it's like little wheat things at the end. I'm not sure what's at the end of these little things. I'm just going to make some up here. All right, you know what we needed to get out? We need to get out the chat pack. I'm going to grab the chat pack here while we're working. Let's have some chat pack questions, shall we? Shall we? You're welcome, Sarah. All right, let's see here. If you had to write, now, wait, whoa, back up the bus. Beep, beep, beep. Everybody get out your idea notebooks. Or a Post-it note, whatever. A Post-it note's fine. A Post-it note to write down. Hubster's calling me. I guess he'll see. He can see I'm streaming if he goes and looks. If you, I'm going to give you all questions. Write some ideas down, okay? Whatever comes to your mind while we're doing this. Just, well, I was going to say don't overthink it, but kind of overthink it. Think about it. Okay. If you had to write your own personal definition of the word success, what would that definition be? What would your definition of success be? And put it in caps if you're answering, so I can read it. Yay, the chat pack! Yay, the chat pack! So let me pull this up here so you can, let me zoom in. Well, I don't know. You can kind of see both pages here. If I zoom in, you can't see two pages. Picola said happiness. But what makes you happy? I mean, you gotta mind map this out. Now, you don't have to tell me everything right here. I understand that. But you gotta kind of mind map that out. Put the word success in a circle. There's homework for you. Put the word success in your circle and start from there. Success is inner peace, internal happy, loving exactly what you have in the moment. That's good, 3G. Could I repeat the question? For real? I mean, I don't know if you're just being funny. If you had to write your own personal definition of the word success, what would it be? While I'm sitting here doodling with my Sharpie pen. It's got a little slashed out, didn't it? Let's see here. Let's adjust this. I don't think it needs to go that one. I think this needs to come this way. Don't want to get it too dark, but that looks pretty good. That's a little better. Reaching a goal. Someone who has a lot of money. Jillian says, I impacted someone or something in a good way while I'm in. Oh, that's nice one, Jillian. How you impact somebody on your journey on this earth. Well, I hope we all do that in some way. I think we do. We do impact people all the time. You just may not know it. You may not know it, you know? A sense of accomplishment, Kathy. Yeah, I've got a couple of accomplishment comments. At least, you know, if y'all don't answer the questions right now, at least write them down. And it can be part of your, you know, practicing with your idea mind mapping collecting process. I love taking words and thinking out as many possibilities as possible with the words. It makes you think outside the box. I'm telling you, you just do not realize till you do a few, and you went, wow, that's a good idea right there. I wouldn't have thought of it if I hadn't just started with the word success or whatever, you know. I'm just doing little dots and dashes here, little seed pod things. I don't know. I got in the botanical mood pulling out that book. Fulfilled ability to enjoy the journey as well as the destination. That's Grammy. May says success is being grateful for what you have. Jean says success for me is knowing I reach my professional goal and life goals as well as living a few dreams along the way and learning from my mistakes. That's awesome, Jean. Write that down, Jean. Oh, wait, Jean. You're going to remember that, right? Sorry, I have to tease Sassy Pants, who keeps everything in her phone. Not everything. She's doing some awesome watercoloring. I'm just teasing our Jean. Because, why, Jean? Because you're handy. That was really a good answer, though, Jean. It really was a good answer. Oh, I guess I can move these now because I'm not working on the backgrounds. Kaberg, overcoming obstacles that have held you back in the past. Gene, yep, that's me, handy. So I'm just doing these little seed pod thingies there. I can zoom in on one page, but since I'm doing a double page spread, I just thought I'd keep it so you can see both sides. Yeah, dots, dashes, drips, and drops. There you go, Julie. Those are the best for journaling, art journals, right? Well, don't tell Jean to put drips. She doesn't like drips. Okay, something like that. I'm just liking it. It's just kind of simple. Maybe he's got a sparkle in his eye. Maybe he has a twinkle in his eye. Now, that'll probably freak some people out, but yeah. Past. Success in business equals no life. This is a no drip zone. Gee. All right, let me dry this. All right, so we'll just call that one done. We'll move on. Let's see what else we can do. I want to find a page where we can pick some botanicals out of the botanical sketchbook for some ideas. I don't know. Gotta kind of look at what kind of inspires me color-wise. Kind of like this one, because it's got some little kind of nature-looking stuff going on already. Let's keep going. We already did something like that here. Let me pick up my white pen here. Let's doodle on this page. Let's do a little doodling on this page. So like coloring in this flower white. We've already got it painted and hand drew this, hand drew that. So use what's on the page for some inspiration. See help when you have this kind of journal. It does help. It helps you to have this, see this kind of journal. Maggie? I think I do need to zoom in though, because I'm doing some tiny stuff and you really probably can't see nothing. All right, let's ask another question. Let's ask another question. That's kind of, some vacation ones are kind of. Well, here you go, and I'm going to change it a little bit. This is ask you if a local radio station. But if you had your own, let's just say you don't have, let's let the ones that do not have a YouTube channel answer this. What would your, if you could have any kind of dream YouTube channel, what would yours be? And don't just say art. Be more specific. Because probably everybody here would have an art one, except like, well, Jen reading with pugs, but she's already got one. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, what YouTube channel could you dream of having? And you can give more detail. Give more detail. And write it down. Yes, you need some kind of book, Margaret, whether it's like this or just idea collecting. So, y'all spill your guts now. Come on. What kind of YouTube channel would you have? Well, I dot and dash a flower. Kat said classic rock. That would be but that would be a radio station. What kind of YouTube channel would you have? May said coloring. Pacola said painting big canvas art. Yeah, you can't have a classic rock YouTube channel. You would be banned. You started playing music. Unless you bought it. I guess you could, get the rights or whatever. That would be hard to do. Daisy Vicky said a mystery books with author interviews. See, I would love to read more. I need to ask Jen or someone that does booktubes. Like, I know they do reviews and stuff, but what's the, like, copyright on reading them? Like, if you wanted to read aloud, I don't know. I'm not really, I mean, I love to read excerpts out of books. I guess you could just have to just stick with excerpts, wouldn't you? So lessons in what, though, Maggie? Julie Topaz, art journaling and junk journaling on the cheap. I'm surprised you haven't YouTubed or Ustreamed, Julie Topaz. Have you ever done one? Because as long as I've known you, as many things and projects as you do, I just don't see why you haven't. Grammy said drawing and painting faces and inspiring others to do the same. Art journaling and acrylic paint. All right, well, let me ask y'all this. What would you want to have a channel that you know's not out there? I mean, some of the things y'all are saying, there's so many. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, we're doing stuff here that's the same as a lot of them. But if you could have a channel that was like totally different, then, you know, if you wanted to make if you could have any kind of channel you wanted. Pacola, taking journal pages and scaling them into big canvases. Yeah, like do murals out of them. Or on like big canvases or the size of murals, or that would be, cool. I've done a couple mural videos, but it's been years ago because I don't really work on the mural anymore because I did it for the kids. You do a singing one. What? But again, now if you sang Prisma on YouTube, you have to think of copyright. So would you write your own songs? I'm just curious, because some of y'all don't stream or don't do YouTube, and I just kind of wondered what you would do if you got up the nerve. Julie, never. I don't have a can. No, I know, but let's just say you did. What kind would it be? You have a voice. Oh, Julie Topaz, Pshaw. Yeah, but you hear your voice different than other people hear your voice too. If you do covers, you don't necessarily need permission. If you do, are you talking about reading them, Aaron? I'm not sure. I'm not quite following what that means. If you just do covers, you can read the books. Oh, of course. I mean, everybody would give credit to the author. I mean, I don't even mean not crediting the author with what you're reading, but I'm not sure. Covers of songs. Oh, okay. I was thinking you were meaning reading, like book covers. If y'all are watching this recording on YouTube, there is a chat lag. So there's like a 30-second time difference delay. So sometimes it just kind of gets a little confusing. All right, time for another question. Some little dots in here, that will be cute. Isn't this kind of cute, guys? I like it. It's just a little doodle. More sketching around it would be cute. Maybe a little bit more black. Do I have a black one sitting here? I've got a black Faber-Castell. I don't know. And I do have a calligraphy one sitting there. We could do a little of that. Where's the medium? Here we go. Okay, now let's get a calligraphy pen. We'll call this one palm reading. Dede, give us 10 of her journal pages to vote on. Winning page will be the one she scales up to a large canvas. Oh my gosh. I have done a few large things. It's hard to, I only have one. Well, I have two cameras, but this one's the better. To do a switcheroo, close up, far away kind of thing. I have done a couple of large paintings. It's probably, I don't think they're on YouTube. It was before YouTube, before I did YouTube. But I did some large paintings, like on a big, giant papers and stuff. Thanks, Joy. Okay, so this is a calligraphy pen. So let's see here. Let's do a palm reading. And I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of... Don't know how straight it is because I'm not working on a line. I'm just writing without a line, so. It's a little fat letter there. Let's go this way. Let's do a nice big loop-de-loop there too. And maybe some, I'm just going to carry this down like that and do some little something squiggles. Dede, what did you see in this palm reading? I saw a palm. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's come over here. What else do I want to do? Maybe I'm done on this page. Although I think it needs something right there, but you know, let's go with the white real quick. It needs some little oh, now my cats are just need to make the backgrounds decorating. Okay, let's go to another question. All right, let's see. Okay, aside, and we might have had this one before. Aside from family, friends, or pets. So not your family, friends, or pets. What would be the most difficult thing for you to give up in your life? And be careful what you say, because I'm going to repeat it. I don't have to repeat your name. She doesn't look happy with the palm reading. Maybe she needs a little palm right here, like a little hand, like, you know, one of those. I mean, she's got a little hand there, but maybe we could, like, let me see, let me look at my hand here. And, you know, kind of like, just kind of draw a hand here. Like a palm reading hand. You know how you see, like, palm readers have outside there. Well, I don't know if y'all have those everywhere. But you used to see them a lot. You'd see these outside of palm readers' houses. You know, they're like the symbol for palm reading. It's just like a hand like that. Maybe some lines in the hand. Okay, so Maggie said her computer. Coffee for BG, music for Jean, Dr. Pepper for Kmore. Oh, writing. Aaron said writing. Cell phone. Yeah, phone would, the internet. Yeah, phone would be, because you get, you know, you're so used to everything on your phone. I mean, even you don't even need a computer if you have a phone, because your phone is a computer. Okay, so I think we'll go with this. Maybe some little dots in this center of this flower. So there's our palm reader. But, you know, it's a palm, people. It's a palm. Where's my water? Jean said music, yeah. Okay, another page. Let's just keep playing. We're kind of waiting around for Janet to get home and maybe do some, here's one of our, kind of did the same thing with the white Posca and the cactus. We just painted that cactus in because it looked like it needed it. Well, this is what inspired me on this page. This little ball of yarn looked like a cactus. So then we drew this kind of cactus and this kind of cactus on the page. Let's see what other things we have here. This one wants to bend for some reason. Oh, that's the last page, that's why. Okay, we have this one. Let's go with some green on this, and we'll ask another question in a minute. All right, let me get some green paint because this has like lime green and stuff on it. Let's see. Maybe I'll just go with some green and the rest of this white. It's got a lot of white left over here. Your stash. Your stash of what? Pastel. Or is it pastel? Pastel? Prism of the ladies, reading, volunteering, art reading and volunteering. Thanks, Maggie. Jean, I'm going to take you all out to the living room. Thanks, Jean, for taking us with you. Okay, I want to pick up some white and green. And I'm just going to kind of go with filling in the... whoa. I need to put some paper behind this because I will glue the pages together if I'm not careful. Because when you get paint going off the edge, I don't care if it really gets on the spine or anything, but it will glue your pages together if you're not careful. So it's best to put something between. Some more white. So you see, I don't ever gesso anything. I just paint it. This would be a good one for some kind of, because it's green, for some plant, some of the botanicals in that other book. I'm going back and forth here trying to stay in the camera. Where's mine? Just hit my mouse somewhere there. Okay, more green and white. Just a little bit here. Let's tie these two pages together. She could be dancing on something. And get rid of some of that black there. Maybe her clothes are flowy. She's like jumping in the air, and she's got a flowy clothes. She's got flowy clothes. Okay. Eileen went somewhere. Yeah, Eileen had to go to, she ran some errands. I think she went shopping. She probably went to get stuff to enable us. Just saying. That's knowing Eileen. She's going to come back with stuff we have to buy. All right, let's dry this. This is Jean, walking on her green sunshine. I need music. I need music notes. Oh, she's back? Oh, okay. What did she bring us? What did she enable us with? Might be, because it's kind of sketchy, this might be a good one to do like ink, where's my ink here? An ink dropper drawing. Let's see if I can get this baby open. Oh Lord, where's my pliers? I need some pliers to open this. What am I going to do with them? Are they in here or did I take them downstairs? I probably got some ink on the, I got some ink on the bottle cap. This is why you got to be careful not to glue your, see, this is going to be big enough. There we go. Not to glue your bottle shut. You cannot live without glue. She didn't tell us what she got? Okay. Oh, she will. She will. All right, so let's look in our botanical book. I know we're kind of zoomed in, but let's just kind of look in here for some inspiration. Even if it's just like the photo here. Some daisies. I don't know what Jean's favorite flowers are. I forgot. I probably used to know. Since this is green. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking for the shapes and stuff. Nothing, not to find an exact flower or something to copy right now anyway. It would be fun to copy some of these for practice. Let's see. Just some leaves would be good. A daisy. Oh, we kind of drew a daisy last time, I think. Okay, let me do a test in my chat. It doesn't roll. I get thinking it's stuck. All right, let's see. These would be fun. I love the little color swatches. You bored yet, guys? I don't know. Maybe this isn't fun for you to play along in the magazine journal. I don't know. I like these little buds. Let's go with that. Let me draw one with a pencil, and then I'll kind of ink some. Where's my pencil? Some of these like a little bud here. Let's just see. And maybe it could even tie into that top thing here. Let's just go this way. And then have the little things coming off here. Let's see, like this, like this, like this. And then the stem. Okay, so we can have some little buds like this. And then there's maybe have one that has a point on it. Okay, I got it now. So we're going to go ahead and go with the ink. Book, eye candy. Yeah, it is kind of eye candy for it. Yeah, it is. I don't have any place to put my book. I'm stacked up here. Oh my gosh, y'all should see this mess. Okay, so let's see. So what I'm thinking is, let me just get a little bit of ink on the dropper, and I'm going to try to draw everything with that. I'm not squeezing any out. It's just kind of flowy. So we'll just kind of do some stem things. This one here. Some thick and some thin. Let's do this one like this. Okay, I need to kind of dip it again, I think. Have some flowy, some maybe kind of curl down. Isn't that fun? Am I the only one that's having fun with this? Maybe just a couple leaves coming off here like this. Okay, thanks, Jillian. Love the botanical book. Never get bored with this. Thanks. All right. Well, write down. Use your ink dropper, ink, to draw with. And I think it just needs one little thing of black coming through here, just to kind of tie this page in. Let's get another like that. Okay, I'm getting ready to overdo. I probably put 3 lines too many. I cannot have that much control with Hopper. You don't know how. Let me ask you this. Button. Have you tried? That's all I'm going to say. All right, now This is going to dry, and I'll probably hit it with the heat gun and probably have to wick it with a tissue because ink takes longer to dry. But I got my little washi tape here with pineapples. Oh yeah, let's just throw some pineapples on this. Why not? Let's get one little pineapple here. I get one little pineapple here. And she's going to be, no, I was not going to put it on her shoe. Maybe I'll just put it on her dress. Just one little pineapple over here. You create with ink dauber. A psychologist wouldn't know what to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and dry this. Let's dry this side. And again, I'll probably have to pat up. Let me get a tissue. Because the ink has a tendency to sit on top of your paper. And if you don't and I don't want to smash it because it'll flare. So I'm going to just kind of take and kind of wick up the excess, like let the tissue pick it up. And while I'm drying this one, I'm going to be over here because this has got a lot to wick. And even when you think it's dry, it's probably not. I found that out with calligraphy. So I just want to pick up some of the excess ink here. Let the tissue do the work. See? Once you get the bulk of it, you know, you can tilt your head and see where it's shiny. Once you get the bulk of it like wicked up, then you can kind of use a tissue to pat it. But when it's real thick like that, it'll just flare out. Not that that necessarily matters. Okay, I think I got it enough where I can dab it now. But even this is not going to be dry. So I'm going to want to put a piece of parchment between it, because if you close it now, while it's got wet on it, it will stick. So we want to put a paper between. Oh, but here we go. This is what. And some splatters might look good, but Jean doesn't like splatters. And since we did a green page for Jean. All right, let's ask another question. All right, let's see here. Okay, that's one we just asked. Okay, I think we've asked that one. I know we have. I think we've asked this one too, but I'll ask it again. What's the greatest distance you've ever driven in a single day? And if you don't drive or you haven't driven in a long, just or ridden with, what's the farthest you have ever driven in a single day is the question. But if you don't drive, just say, I've rode along. The farthest I ever drove by myself was 16 hours straight through from Alabama to San Antonio. Straight through, 16 hours nonstop. And my legs, tell you, were rubbery. I won't do it now. I was younger. I was a little younger. Magicals in the playground. We could do some magicals. That's a good idea, Joy. Well, let's do some magicals in here. From the far end of Texas to Southern California, 24 hours straight. Yeah, I've never driven 24 hours. Now, Hubster and I have probably driven together, because we drove to Alaska from San Antonio. But by myself, driving, because we would switch up if it was both of us, right? But by myself, it would be 16 hours. And I've done it a couple of times. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do some magicals. Okay, I got some of this ink off my hands now. Just continually cleaning my hands. Let's see if we can do some magicals and turn them into magical flowers, shall we? Okay, let's put something between this though, because this is not dry yet. Let's find a page. Let's go this way. Let's find a page to put some magicals on, like here, like this. Let's go with white page and do some magicals on the white page and turn them into flowers. What do y'all think? Should we try to turn them into flowers? 11 hours across air. Oh, well, yeah, just by yourself, yeah. From the middle of the North Island in New Zealand to the middle of South Island took about 16 hours, but a 3.5 hour ferry ride. Yeah, so somebody drove for you for 3.5 hours, right, Button? Oh my gosh, y'all are awesome. Okay, magicals. Let's see. Let's go with some purple. We'll have to have some kind of green for stems. I got 2 shades of purple. Let's go with that, a green. Oh, I got another purple. What color is that? Let's see what these colors do. I got 3 kinds of purple. This one's called Sidewalk Chalk, Teapot Purple, and Urban Amethyst, along with Chartreuse. So let's go ahead and wait on the green and do some flowers. Let's just put some out, spritz it, and let me back up though, because you can't see. You can't see the whole thing. There we go. Okay. So where's my chopstick? I use a chopstick to pick out my magicals. You know what though? I wonder. No, I was thinking I wanted to do a little bit of wet so they have a place to sit and kind of stay in that spot. And then spritz them and make them spread out. Let's see about that. Where's my water? I need to fill this baby up. It's getting kind of low. Let's get some water here. All right, so I got some clean water. So what I want to do is put some, where did that brush go I just had? Good grief. Okay, so I want clean water. So let's just like put a little bit of, I can't see it. Let's just put a few little test bits. Let's put like 3 on a page here. A little more water. And then maybe 2 over here, just to do a test. Let's do that one a little bigger. I think Hubster's trying to call me again. I should call him. Okay. There. Now, I'm going to take my magicals and get a little bit on my, just a touch on my, you don't need much. So I just want to drop it in so it stays. Do you know what I'm saying? So it sits there. Let's try these colors first. Then we'll do a second round with another color. I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up as we go. The first part of mine isn't in caps. Stupid. Oh, wait, what? That water, which young kids and a few. I don't know, Jean. Totally got missed. I didn't get that whole conversation. Sorry. Sorry, Jean. Okay, back now. All right, let's see here. It might run too much. See, this is what, well, that was kind of like what I was going for. Now I got it all in the spine there. What I was going for is like that look. Can y'all see that at all? I'm kind of going for like a watery, flowery look. But it wants to run because this isn't a magazine. It isn't a magazine. All right, so let's see if I can kind of spread it around a little. And kind of maybe irises. That's kind of what it's going to look like, isn't it? Some kind of bearded iris. I don't have a reference in front of me, but that's what it's kind of. Let me grab some of that. I'm going to go ahead and splotch this down, dry it, and look up bearded irises and see if we can turn this, and see that's gone over the edge there. See if we can turn some of these into bearded irises. What do y'all think? I'm liking that idea, although I've got all that in the corner. It's probably soaked through 5 pages by now. Let's just see. Okay, that's a lot of pigment right there, baby. A lot of pigment. Well, it's covered with paint, so yeah. It's covered with paint, so I don't think it needs more paint. I mean, we could cover up the words and everything. We could cover up the words, but okay. It's probably soaking through a couple of pages, but that's okay. That's the playground. All right, so let me get a Kleenex and kind of pat some of this up. If I had Bearded Iris, I'd need some massive razors. Oh my God, Prisma. All right, so let's just kind of get some of the excess water up. And then I'll dry it. Then we're going to look some up. Oh, but tapping it out, it gives it that veiny look. Look. It's not going to show. It's giving it a veiny look from the tissue. So we're going to roll with that. Okay, let's dry. Where's my heat gun? There it is. Yeah, it's rolled down 3 pages. Oh my gosh, I made a mess. What are we doing, Palm? Well, we're playing in the playground. We're in the magazine playground. Because that was a request. Thanks, Judy. All right, so what I'm going to do, it might be dry enough. Wait a minute. I think, let me see, maybe if I get a purple Posca. Let's see if I got a purple Posca pumped. Yeah. I don't know, I need to probably get that one going. And maybe I'll just do it. Well, I think it's that paper, actually. Do I have a plain old piece of paper? Okay, this one's not wanting to work. Oh, there it goes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'm not going to, well, sort of going. I'm not going to mess with it if it's not wanting to play nice. We'll just go with the water-based one. Here, we'll just go with one of these. I just want to draw with purple. All right, so now let's pick up all these. And where's my phone? Let's look up a bearded iris. Bearded and veiny. Prisma goes, bearded and veiny. Is that what I have to afford to look to in old age? Yes, Prisma. Veiny and bearded. Oh my God. Okay, let me look up bearded iris. Oh my gosh. Okay, images. Okay, I'm sure it will flash out under the camera here, but you see how they're veiny? Well, I don't want to readjust my lighting, but we're going to roll with that. And it needs some yellow in the middle, so let's do that real quick. Let me just grab some kind of gold, what is this here? Saffron, or yeah, saffron. Let me put a dot of saffron out here. Just a dot, because I'm just going to use my finger and put some centers in our bearded irises. Okay, let's try that. Hey, Jane. It's kind of thick there. I don't want to run my marker through this paint because it'll ruin it. So I'll just be careful not to go through that paint with my pen or my Crayola bullet tip, super tip marker. What? Watch her look up bearded irises and some... All right, so let's just see here. I'm just going to kind of follow the shape of the, like that's the kind of the bottom. They're very flowy. You know, they're very flowy. And then they have kind of like bits that kind of come out like this. We can always go back and add more, you know, or paint it in. And then this is all very fluffy going around the top. Something like that. It's kind of the shape that I'm going for. Okay, so let's kind of do something similar. This one will come off the page. This one will come off the page. This one will have one of those little arm things coming out this way. Kind of around the top there. And then real fluffy. Something like that. Another one. This one will have this little arm thing coming off that away. Okay, let's move over to this side. Oh, it's a wet paintbrush. Like that. Now, I think I want a little bit of lighter. Let's see what I can do. What color? I don't know what colors they turn out to be. You know what I mean, Vern? So I need to do like a little test magical. I mean, I know this color. So now I need to test. Let's test this sidewalk chalk. I have a feeling that's going to be pink. Let's go with the lighter teapot purple. So I need both of these. You know what? Instead of on this, let me just get a palette. Because I don't want to waste it on the paper. On here, it won't dry out. Okay. So let's put out a little dab of both of them. Where's my... So let's put out a little bit of the dark purple, because now we're going to paint with them, sort of, maybe, kind of. And then a little bit of the teapot purple, because I'm thinking it's a lighter, different color. Oops. And now... let's spritz those babies. Where's my water? Oh. All right, let's see if I can keep them contained. Kind of, ooh, ooh, ah, look at that shimmer. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. All right, let's see if we can utilize that shimmer. All right, so I'm going to get that. Try to get it kind of light. And I want this top part to be a lighter purple. It's not light enough. Uh-oh, they're trying to meet up in the middle. It's a shimmer, but it's still too dark. I really wanted this to be lighter, almost white. Maybe I need to get, well, let's just go ahead and go for it now. Let's just do this top part this color, and then I might have to add some white in there. It's so shimmery. See, I really wanted these light colors and these the darker. So I just have to make these darker, I think. I know they're pretty colors. I'm trying not to get them to mix here. And there's like flecks of like blue shimmer. It's not showing up. I want to keep my brush clean. It's not showing up on the here, but all right, now what I want to do is go with the darker purple and go in with some more detail here, like down in here. And this is where all the veins are in here. I have too thick of a brush to really get too veiny here. I need a thinner brush. Let's just get some on there, and then I'll go back in here with veins, thinner veins. Because, you know, Prisma, it's veiny and bearded. I'll dry it, and then we'll go in here with some marker or something. Or thinner. I could just go in here with thinner brush. It's our little abstract. Kinda, sorta. Bearded irises. Ooh, no. It's pretty colors. Aw, thanks, Pagola. Yeah, we did a lot today. We'll stay for, let's see, what time is it? 3? We'll stay for about 15 more minutes. I don't know if Janet's coming back, and she said she'd try. She would try to stream when she got back. But I don't know, you know. You pray your veins are smaller than that. I pray they are smaller too. Now, again, I'm not going to want to waste all this, but I'm going to have to find someplace else. I don't know if, you know, magicals they dry permanent, but I don't know if, because it's on porcelain, if I could reactivate them. I think I can reactivate them on this porcelain. I don't know. I'm not sure if they would, because I don't think I've ever tried to reactivate them, because they're permanent once dry, right? So I don't know if they'll reactivate on my little palette here or not. Girls crack me up. Okay. They almost look like they want to shake hands with each other. The meeting of the meeting of the beards. The meeting of the beards. That's what we're going to call this. We're going to write that in calligraphy. The meeting of the Society of the Beards. The Beard Society. I think the meeting of the beards. Because that's what it reminds me of, their meeting. Okay, so I know, we're crazy here, right? I probably should get out my Jane Davenport, or we could just write it in. Well, let's see. Let me get out my Jane Davenport pen. You know, the fountain pen we never remember to use. Where is that baby? It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. I think that's it right there. I also have my parallel pens, but let's go with the Jane pen, just because we never use it. All right. But let's finish this first. Okay. I think it's dry enough now to, let's see how dark this is. Might not be dark enough. I think I need darker purple. Do I have a darker purple? Is that the darkest purple? Might be the darkest purple. I don't know. Okay. Let's try this one. This one's it's not very dark. It's not as dark as I want it to be. Do I need to go with, I think I need to go with the blue. Well, I don't really want blue. I want purple. I want purple. But this isn't as dark as I want it to be. But I'm just going to do some little scribbles in here. Veins, if you will. I guess you can see them a little bit, but they're not very dark like I want them to be. And I'm going to want lighter, like a gray, in the lighter part up there. So we'll get a gray for that. Or a gray blue. Let's see what I got when it comes to these pens. Might have a little bit shadow around there. Just some kind of veiny scribbles. You like it? Thanks, guys. We're just making it up as we go because it's our playground. That's what it is. It's our playground. Are y'all getting some inspiration, I hope? All right, but I do need, I'll put some black in there with the pen. All right, now let me get a gray or a blue gray. Let's see, maybe this color. Let's test this out. No, that's too blue. I want gray. I've got to go with gray. Let's see. For just a few, this one doesn't have as many veins, Prisma. This one just has a few. The top part is kind of squiggly and it's really fluffier than this, but okay. Now I need the green. And where's my palette? Oh. So let's clean off a little space right in here. Or so I have a baby wipe. Side random question. Know your drawer of foam letter stamps. I need to pull those out. Can I ask where you got the one with the letters? No, you can't ask me because I won't remember. Most of them I think are making memories. Memories Maker something brand. But no, I got them probably all at either Michael's or Scrapbook Store. Maybe Archivers. But I'm talking like 10 years ago. So I don't remember, Shalene. I'm sorry. But you know what? It did remind me to bring those back out because they're in the other room in drawers. I need to bring them out so that I use them. You know, I try to go through all the supplies and use them. Where's my... But yeah, foam stamps are awesome in like a journal like this. Or even in your idea inspiration, just titling things, especially if you're using a 3-ring notebook. Titling things or topicking things with big foam letters is kind of cool. Where's my water here? Okay, so let's see what we can do here. We'll see what this does on the white. Because remember, this has got, it's got a, what do you call it on it? Paint. Well, maybe not right there, but everywhere else. It's got, so it's kind of wanting to bead up a little. But I really just want some, we'll just see what happens. Let's just throw some, those long leaves, you know, the leaves that are long and stocky. It's much greener here in person than it is on the camera. I think it's a little flashed out. I probably could use a little adjustment. I just really wanted to see the color and see how, like, kind of how it's bleeding right there together. That's the watercolor part of it. Right, Jean? Jean might be napping. Okay, let's use that last little bit over here, even though it's on the blue, just to have it used up. Okay, let me dry this. Little blobs here. Let me get a tissue. Oh, thanks, Judy. I mean, that's okay. It's, you know, kind of, I just wanted to play with the magicals. But I want to use up some of this darker purple here, because it really could use some darker, if I can pick this up and get a little bit darker right around the centers. You know, another layer, you know, another layer of color. Might as well, right? And really, I mean, I'd love to do those veins really dark purple like that. Okay, I'm going to go with another green. Let's go with the darker green here. Just a little bit, because I want to put another layer on the leaves. It's not quite green enough. Not napping, you're rewrap. Oh, okay. All right, Jean. I'm just teasing you, you know, because, you know, Jean, you're handy. Sorry, Jean. I'll quit. I will quit doing that. All right, so now let's kind of go with this green here. This is real dark green. I just kind of want maybe like a vein in there or something. There might be some green back in there. Kind of liking the blobbies. You know, there's all kinds of blobs going on in here. That's the fun thing about the watercolor, is the blobbing look. All right. But, you know, the magicals, it's not the the places where it's Slick magazine, like right here, there's no paint on that blue. You know, it's wanting to resist. It's not wanting to, because it's slick paper right there. You know, these are not, this book is, you know, unless you cover it with something that'll take the watercolor, it's just, you know, a layer of white acrylic paint. Okay. All right, so now I want to write. Do I want to use up some of that green? Let's just kind of splatter some of this green. Don't look, Jean. I'm going to use some of that green up and splatter it. Why not? Just because it's there. We're going to splatter that green. Let's try. I do want to do some lettering, more lettering projects. You know, it's real out there right now to do lettering with your brush, you know, color brush markers. I know that they probably using Tombows or something like that, but we could probably do something similar with our. I mean, I have black brushes, black, you know, brush pens, but I'm thinking we could probably do some with our at least smaller writing with our Kuritakis. But today I'm just going to use Jane's pen because we don't use it enough. All right, so it's a little splashed out. Let's get our little bit of color back in here. And maybe zoom in one. Still wet right there. I'm putting my hand in that. Let's see here. Might have got too dark now, but that's closer to the color right there. Lettering tutorials for sure. Yeah, Packard, I have, where is it? I have this one that we've never really played in. Had it for a long time. Got it for 50% off, I think, at Hobby Lobby, because at Hobby Lobby you can use coupons on books. So I probably got it for like $10 a while back. And it's got all the different kind of lettering styles and stuff. I mean, I do calligraphy, but I'm not talking about doing calligraphy. I'm talking about doing, well, calligraphy technically, it's beautiful writing, but I mean more with brushes, you know, and drawing them rather than doing, you know, calligraphy with calligraphy pens, you know. You have it too? Never used it. I know, back or die, we should, right? All right, so now I got this my Jane Davenport pen, and it's just like a fountain pen. And I just want to write the meaning. Okay, wait, I can't do nothing till this is dry. It's still not dry. Hang on, guys, I got to dry it a little more because I don't want to run this pen through the magicals. The mermaid markers are popular for the lettering. The thing is, the mermaid markers are so juicy. You really probably have to have just the right paper for them not to be over juicy. We'll do a test in a minute. Hang on. Because right now I just want to write in just little script the meeting of the beards. Yeah, I know, I see it on Instagram too, but I hadn't really paid a whole lot of attention to it. So let's see here. I want to just write let's see, do I want it right here? The meeting of the beards? I'm not sure. Or do I just want it the meeting of the beards? I'm not, you know, you should plan this stuff out a little better. But we're just playing. All right, let's see here. Let's get it going. I just want to write it in like a script. I don't know if it's going to want to do it on this, on what do you call it? It's not wanting to write on acrylic paint. I thought she said they did. I thought they wrote on acrylic paint, the ink in this. I want it thicker than this. It's not dark enough. It's not dark enough. Okay, we're going back to the dropper. It's just not dark enough, thick enough. Yeah, the meeting of the beards, yes. Now I might, you know, now, I can't go over that. It's too little, I don't think. We'll go for it. So I want it to look messy, but I want it to look readable. You know, there's a fine line between messy and cool and readable. The meeting. Trying to go back over it too. I need a little loopy there. Let's see, I gotta get a little bit more here. What do y'all think? Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. The meeting of the beards. And actually when it dries, I'd like to do scratchy around it. Make it a little more scratchy. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can dry it fast enough because the ink takes a long time to dry. Would make a great name for a retirement home. Hang on, let me wick a little here. So now what I want to do though is like right in the centers here, I want it to be a little, even with a black pencil, I just want a little black kind of in the, like, you know, just to kind of tie the black of the writing in with the middle of the flower. A little bit of scribble in there. And then, where's my pen? Yeah. And I want to do a little extra stuff around the lettering. But I don't want to really get into that ink and mess up my pens. Okay. I better quit. Quit while we're ahead. I'll do a test with the Jane Davenport mermaid markers with lettering. But so there's just some play in our playground. The meeting of the beards. On my desk, I can't find nothing. Such a mess here. I'll be cleaning up for an hour. I guess I'll put away our questions for now. Let's put those back in the thing here. Put the ones we asked in the back. Okay. Now, so what paper should I test the mermaid markers on? Erin, do you know? Love the scratchy around the letters. Thanks, Brenda. Do you know what kind of paper she does those mermaid marker lettering on? I mean, we'll test on anything, but just saying. I think that might be dry now. So we did a couple little things. Thanks. I'm glad you've had fun, Maggie. She tends to use her own journal, which has watercolor paper. So I need watercolor paper? Okay. I think I got some little samples sitting around here somewhere. Where did I put them? Came with, I got some watercolor paper that came with some watercolors. If I can find where I stuck that little pad of, because I think I gave all my watercolor paper away. Nope, that's not it. Ah, here we go. Okay, well here we go. This came with something. Hot press and cold press samples are in here. Here we go. Hey, Subin. So it's got mixed media, layout bond, tracing vellum, smooth cartridge, heavyweight drawing, hot press, and cold press samples from Union Square. Let's go with the hot press, which is the smooth. Let's take out that little smooth piece of hot press paper. And we're going to try the mermaid markers on there. I mean, yeah, mermaid markers. Let's move the beards. Let's move the beards. We're going to do this, and then we're going to head out, guys. All right, so let's get to our mermaid markers. What should we write? Should we write Erin? Pick a color, Erin. Not yellow or orange, because it won't show up. You're welcome, Button. Yeah, I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. And I probably should sketch it out, but I'm not going to. We're going to just go for it. Pick a color, Erin. Purple. Okay. Dark purple. Do you want the jellyfish purple or the dark purple? Deep sea. Do you want deep sea purple? I think we did this before. I think we have used these before for lettering something. I don't remember what it is. We're waiting to see if Janet came home in time. But we haven't seen her yet, so we don't know. But I'm leaving in about 5 minutes, so. So let me do a little, where's a piece of scrap paper here? Let's see. Let me just write it in purple. So if I do something like I'm just going to practice here because I'm going to do it thick and thin with the mermaid marker. But I just want to see how I can kind of, do I want to script it like this? You know, something like that. And a lot of people do a double loop for an N, but then they go, oh, it's like an M. So maybe we could do something like, and again, I'm gonna bear down and get thick and thins, hopefully. Something like this, maybe? What do y'all think? That would be pretty, wouldn't it? If it works. A-E-R-Y-N, yeah, okay, got it right. All right, so let's give it a try. You only get one shot on this paper because that's all I got. Let me just try a little test. Ooh, gosh, see how juicy it is? It's so juicy. Now, that almost looks black, Erin. Let's try this other purple to see if, no, that looks too washed out. It's almost like this needs to be watered down. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks black. Now, obviously, if we put, water to it, it looks purple. But just right out of the tube, that's what I'm talking about with her markers. They're so juicy. Maybe we can smear like that. Let's try to do a smear. You'd rather have the teal? I'm kind of wanting to smear now, Erin. Look, a big blob just came out. Okay, well But again, I'm liking the, see, they're very cool colors. But doing lettering, it's, I'm kind of, oh, I got it all over the place. I took the cap off and it popped. Gotta watch these babies. There's some juicy, juicy markers. I usually use them in here. We're going to go for this, Erin. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I probably have to just do one letter at a time. Again, I take the cap off and they spit. Okay. Okay, so I want thicker here. So I'm not getting the thin and thick that I want. It looks very messy. It's so juicy. I can't control it. There's no controlling this. It's so thick. Oh my gosh. All right, so now what I want to do, we're going to see what happens. I kind of want to let it sit for just a second. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to have a tissue ready. And I'm wanting to, ooh, it does look kind of cool, Erin. We might be onto something here. I mean, it's not perfect. It looks almost kind of creepy, which I'm sure you'll probably think this is cool. So I'm just kind of going over it with the water. If we splatter just a little bit of water, or let me see, do I want to spray or splatter? If I spray, it might be too much. It's drippy, yeah. Oh, it's a little creepy. Oh, let's pull that purple down a little into this. But I kind of want to, get it sort of even more. All right, here we're going to try something, Erin. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I just want a little bit of spritz to make it spread. Now we need spider webs in it, Erin. And I don't remember how to do a spider web. Ask the girls. I don't know. The last time I tried to do a spider web. All right, let's try it. Okay, wait. I need to wick this right there. Because they're running together. There we go. Silently judging. Okay, there's still some water sitting there, so let me, and it doesn't matter because it's already, spread, so I just want to pick up all that excess water. All right, so now, let me look up spider web because I don't want to make a big hot mess. Just a minute. I know this is dragging on. Is anybody still here but me and Erin? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this purple, is this purple gonna, no, I think I need black. I think we need black spider web. Where's the black? Here, okay. Let me look up a spider web. I know how they go around each other, but last time I tried to do and ask Linda's probably still not here, but Julie Topaz will remember. Okay, images, spider web images. Okay, here we go. All right, there's one there that'll start us off. Okay, let's see. I need a place to put my phone. Won't stand up anywhere. Okay, so like right here in the middle. Is that going to help me? No, wait, let me find a better one. Maybe this one. No, that's the same one. There's one that's just a stylized. I'll make it my own creepiness, but yeah. Okay, so now we're going to have a little drop down thread spider on. Okay. We'll do it right here on the end. And then we'll just have it kind of creeping off there. And then what I'll do is I'll take that purple, hang on. I think it needs a couple like coming across here like this. Needs a little extra spider thing going on there. Okay. Now what I want to do is see if I can take some of this purple and just kind of something like that. And then same for this one. There, Aaron, what do you think? Oh, too late. Did I mess something up? Oh my gosh, y'all wanted me to do something else and I didn't see. It almost like doesn't look like an A. We need a little bit more. We need this to come thicker here. Like that. So that looks more like an A. Right like that. Does that look more like an A now? Anything else? Anything else you want on it, Aaron? And I'll send it out to you. It does need more, it almost needs more purple right in there. Where's the mark, where's the, what do I do with the mermaid marker? It needs just a little bit more. Like that. You're welcome. It's a little creepy. Not too creepy, but just a little creepy. Okay, we're going to stop. Do a weird whoosh thing under your name. This? You want something in there? You want a spider in there? Wait, maybe a black whoosh underline. I do weird whoosh thing under. Well, that's you, Aaron. You do that. We could put another little spider in there. Just because you do weird whooshes doesn't mean I have to. All right, we're going to leave it alone because let's leave it alone. So I'm going to set that aside. It's kind of creepy cool with the little spider. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today. I did. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Anyway, thinking about using these markers, I think they need to be, I would think I should probably use them in a tray with the water brush. Because why can't we do the same thing with the water brush? Here, look, let's just test this out. Real quick, one last thing. Let's put a squish, a swoosh, a blob. See, it just splatted. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit out. And I'm going to test it with the water brush. If we can't do the same. Now, this is just a piece of cardstock. I don't know how much it's going to flow. But, like, let me just do my initial, like. Or practice some strokes with the brush here. Let's water that. Get a little there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The brush doesn't want to be as thick. All right, that's too big, I think is what it is. So I just need to do littler, because a little brush, I can't do quite that big. Let's just do my little initial here. Let's try this. So kind of, sort of, with the water brush. I'm not sure how. The water brush doesn't want to bend like I want it to, you know. It's not wanting to bend. See, and pick up and thin, it's just not wanting to do what I want it to do. I'm so used to steel nibs. Thanks, guys. You get more variations with the water like this? Yeah. But the brush itself isn't, I don't know, maybe I just need a little more practice with the brush because I'm so used to using, calligraphy pens. I need to practice the strokes, like thin, thick, thin. Got to do thousands of these and get used to it. But I think also this brush, it's already kind of flared out. See, it's not very pointy. So I'm thinking we need some practice here, people. Just like you'd practice with a calligraphy pen. Thin, thick, thin. Thanks, guys. I hope y'all had a fun day. I did. Didn't get anything done, really, but we had fun. I mean, we did a couple half color book pages, which I hope will load up onto YouTube. And we played, so that's fun. That's always fun. Playing. See, now I'd want to go in here with the color pencil and shade. Let's clean my brush off here. Oh, where's the Kleenex? Thanks, guys. Yeah, it really don't even need, I wouldn't want a small one. I'd actually want a thicker one, a thicker paintbrush. And then you have to dip it, though, in water. So let's see. You really need something like this. Look, let's do that real quick. Where's my water here? Let's get nice and wet. Let's get my brush wet. Let's do a couple strokes here. Because actually you can do more with a thick brush, like the Chinese lettering. which I've done, but it's been a long time. But you can get, thin, thick, thin. So that's what I'm thinking, that probably, it's just that water brush isn't very conducive. But you see how this is also, well, maybe I just need more paint there. See? With the Copic marker, yeah, but it won't look watercolory. I think aren't we trying to go for the watercolor look with the mermaid markers? Wasn't that the point of the mermaid markers? Am I wrong? I thought that's what we were trying to do. Let me get a Copic. There's a Blick one and a Copic one. Let's try both. Try both. Here's the Blick one. The Blick has the brush. I don't know. I mean, but it's not going to look watercolory, right? So thin, thicker. Yeah. It's... I mean, you'd have to write little. I mean, it'd be much littler because you can't get this thick of a line with one stroke of a Copic. So we'll play with that another day. We'll save that for another day. Thanks, guys. Hey, Squaw Moon Tracy. Learning to paint designs on your fingernails. Yeah, this is what you're going to get with me. I don't have any fingernails, really. Boo did that. There's a girl, Squaw Moon Tracy, are you on Instagram? There's a Russian girl on Instagram, and also Rach. Now, I don't know if she still does the nail things, but she did for a while. But there's a Russian girl on Instagram. Oh my gosh. Those nails that she does. I just follow her just to see her nail. I'll never do it, but I love the art of it. I love the art of it. So, okay, guys. Hope y'all had fun. I need to get out my calligraphy pens because I'm really out of practice. Well, this is brush, but, Okay, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks, everybody. Tell Jean, if you see Janet's going to stream, tell her to tweet, and I'll try to follow and find her. Okay, guys.